Oh shit. Hello. Howdy, howdy. We're a little early, but that's fine. Excuse me. I don't know how long this stream's gonna be, but obviously there's gonna be a break in between this and actual Freehand Friday. This is just getting stuff ready for Freehand Friday. I did some base painting of orange already, so, and then the Night Lord's, he's ready to just get freehand stuff done on him, so. Howdy, Table and or Nelson. I know you two are always the first two who are here, so. Zoom that in. Oh, it's Angry Raid this time. Ah. Yeah, no, the actual freehand will probably be taking place more of roughly 5:30. Might be 4. So that'll be the plans when we actually do freehand. I just need to make sure I get enough of this Iron Warrior bullshit done. Because oh, and Medic's here. Did I announce it yet on my YouTube channel? On the channel? I don't think I put that out. Okay, so what is it? Chaos Marines won the vote. So chat will be playing as Chaos Marines for the next TTS game. Night 2? Hell yeah. Let me put that post up now before I forget about it. I already have my army built. I have to organize it in Force Org, but there we go. All right, and there's those. Get into a bag, then. Huh. What heresy has become? They went from Citadel color to Warhammer color. Honestly, I feel like this looks worse. Because it's just a fucking rectangle instead of having like a little blotch of paint. And then it's like whatever gay ass font this is. And they changed everything up all around. It's fucking weird. I know they are. And I don't think they realize. Well, there are a lot of people who spend money on it. It's people like, I don't want to say like me, because I'm not even a big spender compared to some people. Those people who are buying, oh, I need 2 red Corsair boxes because I'm going to do this with this and this with this. Those are the people that they're making a lot of money from. They're not making all the money from the guys who are like, oh, I'm going to buy me some Warhammer this month or this week. Or, I mean, even if you're like me, but that wasn't from GW. That wasn't from GW. That wasn't from GW. That wasn't from GW. Neither was that. Neither was that. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Actually, that was from GW. So 1, 2. I only have ever bought 2 things from GW directly, so everything else I've had discounted. So it's no one wants to buy their shit for their pricing either. Not when you can go and let me open up Firefox. I will look up a red Corsairs box right now. Fuck off. I'm not making this default. $216 right here. You can get it $40 cheaper. Plus, and or it ships for free. Why would you not do that instead of buying it from GW? And no one's gonna. And the only thing that really matters with these is the name. The name of the paint itself Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, it's the name of the paint itself is truly what matters. Death Corpse uniform, nice. Let me switch something real quick, because let me reselect the stream. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, that's all that. I got reference photos there. The lightning photos over here, so I have actual pictures of lightning. But we don't have just this to freehand on today. Or tonight. Let me kill my lighting. I need to figure out my lighting setup a little bit better. I might work on that if I don't have much to do outside today. It fucking pissed rain all day today. And this is the attempt from the freehanding video. Honestly, this little curved piece I don't like, but lightning does curve like that in real life, so it can be like that. And probably I would like to go a little bit darker, but other than that, against each other for a stream. So I already know what I'm doing for the TTS anniversary stream, and then obviously we're going to do this side as well with freehand stuff. But why is my lighting setup become such a pain in the ass? Hold on. Let me open my app up real quick. So, I will say the anniversary TTS game will be different. I believe I have most of what I need. And I have to go back and recreate something. But I will say for the anniversary stream, for the anniversary of that, when we hit the year mark, you will not build an army, and I will not build an army. The armies have already been chosen. Okay, let me see if effect is turned on. Nope. Can I just reset it? Nope, don't do that. Oh, that almost went right to my face. Did my microphone just pick that up? That was loud as shit. There's thunder. Fucking melt a spam. I don't want to hear it from you guys. Howdy, Kyle. Well, we're not doing any of that right now. I only did the one arm for the video, but I'm going to get some of these Iron Warriors ready for... I gotta paint them yellow, basically. that fucking thunder kind of actually scared me. Also, pro tip, just in life, if you feel like you're pissing in a dream, wake the fuck up before you piss yourself. I was very close to pissing my pants last night in a dream. I remember. I don't remember the dream at all. I remember thinking about pissing in the dream, undoing my pants to start pissing, and then I woke up and was like, oh my god, I gotta get to the bathroom. Halfway through the galaxy in flames. I haven't even got that far, brother. Let me double check stuff. Keep that the fuck off. Yeah, keep that. It's fine. That's fine. Why is this not... I don't know why the fuck it's brighter than it is. You're not zoomed in. Are you? Nope, you're not zoomed in. There's no effects on it. Yeah, there's no way you're not gonna hear that thunder. Do I need to lower the brightness? Lowering the brightness definitely did help. That's probably what it was. The brightness was probably too high since I'm actually using lighting and stuff. Okay. Thank you all for coming out to the random fucking stream that isn't doing freehand. There's so much freehand to do. Honestly, I will say the Hazy Stripes are going to be easy. I'm confident in my ability to do Hazy Stripes. Doing these little fucking things, this little lightning bullshit, that's scary. And you can run into the exact problem I did up here, where you do it too thick. What do you? Oh shit! I put out a post adding 2 of the poles together. Put CSM as the winner, and you can still take Death Guard in a CSM list. You can also take Khorne Berserkers, so you can still take some of that, but the winner is Chaos Space Marines for the TTS game. They're not specifically for the Iron Warriors, but I'm going to paint them as Iron Warriors for my Legionaries for... I'm having a stroke. What the fuck is it called? I just said it. Chaos Space Marine. These are Mark II. These are all Mark II Marines. Except for this one, obviously. And you know what really fucking sucks about this? Not only do I have 1 more cape to do... Where's the other one? I have 2 more capes to do. At least these are a lot flatter. The only thing I don't like is how they come to a point in both the tips. So it's got a... And it doesn't make sense, because if they're... I don't know. Since one of these is supposed to be a chaplain, this might be a chevron instead. If you don't know what a chevron is, it would be like center it out, find a center point, and then yeah. So yeah, this one's the Horus Heresy one. These 2 actually came as a pair. It was a chaplain and these 2 boxes are over here, but yeah, those 2 come as a pair, so I do know that. I also started working on this man. I got most of the blue work done, but we are going to take a quick look at some of the spots here and see if I need to hit it with more Null Oil. I don't think I really have to, so... Well, it's totally different when you gotta do, like, a regular cape, or you do some bullshit like this. Why is my guy there? I'm not using my VTuber model. And you have to do Hazy stripes over a cape that's not flowing all flat, and you gotta make it look correct. It's really hard to do. But I wouldn't have done it without you guys. Literally giving me the confidence to do that. Wrong thing. Yeah, no, I'm not doing the VTuber right now because I just need to charge my fucking phone. I think that's dark enough. Yeah, that blue's dark enough. I don't need to add any more Null Oil to it. But yeah, no, I'm glad I could help you. Again, 90% of painting minis is kind of confidence. Let me turn your guys' brightness down. That should... Oh. So... I'm gonna talk to you about a couple of these. So as you can see, not all of them. Let me bump the brightness on the lighting. Not all of them. Some of them have these bits right here. So I'm gonna put Hazy stripes across some random parts of armor. I am only doing 1 fucking gun because I feel like it's gonna be miserable to do. And then I plan on doing chevrons on the top of this guy's helmet, obviously the stripes there. And then the sergeant will also probably have chevrons on this side. Half helm sort of deal where he's all Hazy striped on the one side, obviously the knee and shoulder. Again, knee and shoulder, the other side of the helmet. And 2 shoulders. And I don't know how I'm gonna get one yet. So... Yeah, Battlefield Sigmatic, that happens a lot. Let's see. Got a fracture one? Okay. So, That means I have to start painting yellow. Good thing I've base painted orange. And then I'm doing this, and I'll do touch-ups probably another day. There's no way it's not going to start just dumping rain anytime now. How many others besides Angry Raid freehand? I know she freehands because she freehanded a salamander's pauldron. And if you're going to ask how do you freehand a salamander pauldron, she didn't use transfer sheets is what I'm talking about. She like did the whole ass logo and everything. Why do you base it orange? Because yellow does not go very good on blacks and or silvers. So orange helps kind of blend it a lot better. It's either orange or I've seen some people say pink is also really good underneath yellow. And I've also seen other people say purple as well. I use orange because I've got orange that I don't use. So that is it. That is a lot of I kind of preach that. Honestly, I would say if you're just like painting minis, get more than one army. Because at that point, if you're not like wanting to play it and you're not wanting to get the army ready for a match or something, at that point you want to just have fun, and you're not going to have fun painting 77 Ultramarines. So yeah, it's just... I'm kind of being sloppy here, which is totally fine. I airbrushed this silver, so... It doesn't really... It's not like I actually took time and painted all this silver by hand. It's not silver, it's lead belcher, but still, same thing. You guys know what I mean. Why'd you say geometry? No, that logo's not simple geometry. Okay? You drew a dragon on a shoulder pad with a paintbrush. I can't do that shit. It's like painting them in return. When you're more skilled. I'm gonna give you a very good hint. If you think that you're going to get better by not painting said chapter and or using the colors and or other stuff for it, you're kind of not. To some degree, you're not. I knew I wasn't gonna get better with like not doing freehand. I wasn't gonna get better at freehand by not doing it. Basically, I'm also a learn by doing thing. You could just watch videos and be better than you were initially because you now know what you want to do for a blend or an easier way or whatever. That could totally work for you. I'm a learn by doing type. And I learn fast if I just sit there and like force myself to do it. I mean, I freehanded 3 times before that many that I did. All your homies have no more heads. Cable. It really is. I mean, I don't have one here. Actually, yes I do. I would have never discovered how to finger paint my power swords if I did not experiment and totally learn this by accident. I mean, I can go ask your mother, Table. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You walked into it. You walked into that. Just don't walk in on me and your mom. I'm sorry, Table. I'm not actually taking shots at you. I'm just cracking jokes. I almost said I had acid all over my hand. I had asphalt all over my hands. That's not the worst rhino quote. It's not even the worst rhino quote that starts with "all fuck." Actually, the goddess of Eldari life would be your mother, and I'd probably say she's hot, so I would say it. I'm surprised you weren't going to be like, a spruce tree is my mother. uh, no, no, I said asphalt. I almost said acid. But here's the other part too with doing yellow. You're gonna have to do multiple layers of yellow. On camera, it looks a little bit better than it does in life, but I definitely need to do extra yellow on this. And it's a fucking pain in the ass when you got little tiny spots like this. And this is, I know I'm putting it on thick, but I have no other way to get into these little crevices. 4 months. If I ever reach a moment, a box of models isn't 4 months to say experiment. Oh yeah, you're totally. No, doofus. Hold on. I had that on my hand. I almost had it all over my hand again. It's a paint. It's a diorama effect, not actual asphalt. It's supposed to look like asphalt. If you put little crumbles and then like paint over it, it looks like asphalt patches and roads. Angry Raid knows what I'm talking about. I know what state she lives in. Because she's talked about it. And it's the same state I live in. And there's patches in these roads everywhere. Yeah. It's so bad. So fucking bad. So the roads are so bad here. Howdy, David. 1 year band-aids? Not even. More like 1 season. A seasonal band-aid. That's because IDOT doesn't know how to fucking build a goddamn road either. And then they subcontract it out whenever the fuck they do it. So they don't even gotta do it. Do you know how much those motherfuckers make? If I wanted to get a CDL, I could probably work for IDOT. Those motherfuckers, like, make $8 grand a month. Way too much money. No wonder shit doesn't fucking look good, last that long. They want to be out there building that road again in 3 years. We're patching it in 2. Less than 2. Less than 1, more than likely. That's where your hard tax dollars go to. And that's almost banana yellow. I don't need to keep hitting that. That's definitely ready. No. They get tax money too. I passed through their tolls without paying them. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what the fuck iPass is. It's some dumb Chicago shit. I do know that, but I will take the back roads to anywhere just to avoid that bullshit. I've driven an extra 30 minutes before. From roof sealant? Been seeing the grass that burned into your foot? Yeah, that happens. Ever played Hoi 4 with friends? If you started 12 times and it's 5 a.m.? Yeah, Hoi 4 is another game that I was never able to learn how to play. I was like excited to figure it out. I tried it multiple times and I'm like, you know what? maybe this one's not quite for me. Tolls that go to Chicago. Yeah. That's what I thought they were. Isn't I-80? No, I-80's not a toll road. I remember that. I've only been on that road once, I think. And that was when I was a young kid with my grandparents. Going to a wedding. Damn. Please don't go out of the lines. Also, this is another really good way to get practicing on possible steady hands. Because I know some people's hands aren't the steadiest. Totally understand that. Just like this paint isn't going on perfect because yellow's a bitch to work with. That's why you have to do more than one layer. Speaking English is pretty hard too. I would know, it's my native tongue, and I still fuck it up all the time. Although I'm starting to wonder if that's a part of ADHD. Like my brain's thinking of all the things I want to say, and my mind and my mouth is just like yeah. I don't know about breathing. Yes, we did. We looked at it for a second earlier on stream table. I don't understand why. I really don't. I'd rather say keep the Warhammer and your paint brand separate. Because people use that shit for things other than Warhammer, so why make it Warhammer specific? Like your washes. I know those washes are used for other miniature games. Trench Crusade, more than likely. Conflict 47's a big possibility as well. But I don't see the reason why they had to rebrand it. I really don't see a reason why. I know why they did. I don't see a reason for it. I don't think breathing helps me that much, but I know how to breathe and hold steady naturally because of all the range time I have. Because there's natural start-stop points in your breathing, and that's when you're most accurate at shooting. You don't hold your breath to take a shot. That shit's fucking fake and gay. Considering getting some Citadel paints, the bottle design, and the price made... Yeah. I will say, Lead Belcher is kind of a must. All of these have Lead Belcher on them. That's this color specifically. Another kind of must paint for me is Null Oil, Angrax Earthshade. I do use Blood for the Blood God for blood effects. My Deathcore color is literally called Deathcore Drab, which is also a Citadel color paint. Let me think, what else do I use? I do use Balthazar Gelt Gold now, but I use it for my Night Lords. That's kind of a new one I've been using. I have like 5 bottles of it though. People like to say Mephiston Red's good. Personally, I'm not a fan of painting with tomato soup. What else? I've used Corn Red before. It's not bad. It's just a really nice dark red. It's the equivalent of Burnt Red, which is what I use a lot now, which is Pro Acrylic. Your hands move with your heartbeat? Are you doing cocaine before you start painting your minis? What the fuck? Is your heart rate that high where you're just like, oh my god, I can't keep my brush steady? Howdy lucky. Kind of giving up on full details on your ultramarine since you got nearly 100. Brother, why? Use Marina's Swarm Army? So, by the way, before I forget, I highly recommend you guys in the Discord, and if you're not a part of the Discord, look in the description, and you can be a part for this. Since Chaos Space Marines won for your guys' army that we're going to build tomorrow, you guys can build armies on New Recruit and talk to each other in the Discord. So you guys can have some semblance of army management without just being like, oh, whoever's going to build it. So you guys can try to strategize. My army's already built, so I can't do anything and change it. It tells you the last time it was edited, so use a makeup sponge for base coats and highlights. Yeah, see, I don't do that. So the makeup sponge thing, I don't like. I use shades and washes a lot more than I want to do anything like that. 100 scarabs again. Yeah, with 100 command or Chaos Space Marine scarabs. Is that what your plan is? I will say I already know what the anniversary of you're not building an army for the 1-year anniversary of the TTS games. We're gonna do a special TTS game. I should have everything ready by then. I mean, let me actually look and see how long ago that was. Sorry, I had to check to make sure no one's here. We have most of the stuff done today, so let me quickly check. Yeah, you guys literally took all the scarabs you could. So, it should be under views, because it's one of the higher viewed streams. It's not January 10th. Why is this? Sorry, I'm looking at stuff. We started it before January, didn't we? Is this the first one? I'm looking at the thumbnail. Okay. We will not play the 1-year anniversary until... When the fuck did this video go out? I can't even fucking see it. We will not be playing the anniversary game until 2027. January 10th. 2027. We will have... That gives me so fucking long to get everything ready for that stream. You guys are gonna love it, I promise. I probably won't be able to use my VTuber model now. You hate the new drop pods? I also hate the new drop pods. Because you can't... The old ones were like modular. And this is really getting watery again. I'm putting way too much paint on it. I could have swore we started playing TTS 40K last year. Okay, well, we'll keep layering. Howdy, ballistic. I almost, almost fucked up your name, bro. Welcome. Welcome to stream. We're not freehanding yet. Fridays are for freehand days, and we got a freehand Hazy Stripes and Lightning, which will be later tonight. For me, I usually stream at 5:30, but I'm streaming on my lunch break because I've already eaten. And I'm going to have an extra long lunch break. So, why not finish getting stuff ready for stream tonight? And bullshit with you guys. And plus, since I have to do multiple fucking layers of yellow because it sucks to paint, then I have a reason to do it. Welcome, Wilson. I am kind of wondering... No, I'm just going to keep the one side of his head with the Hazy Stripes. Howdy, James. Man, everyone's stopping by. Which is fucking awesome. Makes me want to do these streams more. Surprise lunchtime streams. But it's not like, it's not the mainstream. I will say, was it a morning stream that we started painting the Hazy Stripes? Thanks for the sub, man. That alert's gonna scare me at some point. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, this was the last mini that we fully painted, and we freehanded the cape, the shoulder pad, the plume on the helm, the knee. The knee is probably the worst of all the Hazy Stripes I did that day. And we freehanded the yellow on the base because he's supposed to be standing on a chunk of concrete, and there's a road behind him. So I literally took, if I remember correctly, I took a Taco Bell box and cut it up so it could sit high enough, and just like cut it up and glued them together so it'd sit high enough to be about level with everything so he could actually stand on the base and look pretty decent. And then I proceeded to put little fine powder across it. Like little fine, what is it? Urban medium fine, no, it's urban fine grit. And then I painted it asphalt and then painted parking lines in it because I wanted to incorporate some sort of lining work into it. So yeah, that's what we're working on for the most part. These are all Horse Heresy designs, but I am substituting them out for Legionaries, which is bolters. I have 40 of these things to paint, by the way. I'm not happy about that. But I am enjoying the freehanding. Not only that, but it might give me the confidence to, like, maybe try a freehand Ultramarines Pauldron. Or do some crazy random shit. I still have... this, which needs to be freehanded for Deathwatch, and I have no idea how I'm going to do it yet. So... I don't really mind the hooking problem. Not many of my brushes hook. I will say that, Lucky Knife. Especially the Pro Acrylic ones. These ones don't hook at all. Let me grab one I know I've used a shit ton of. I have to look and see if there's bite marks. So for instance, this is one that I used a shit ton of, and it's still good. The only reason I know is because whenever I like go to grab something, I'll put it in my mouth and I have bite marks on these. That one's new. That one's a dollar store brush that's actually valuable. Yeah, here's another. Oh, this is the exact same brush from earlier. This one's an old one as well. So they're not crazy. What are you talking about, brother? You want to talk hooked? There you go. That one's hooked. And it's always the tiny detail brushes that fuck up so fast. Also, you want to know a quick, easy way to fix that, Lucky? You take the brush, you dip it into your water, you dry the brush off, But then you fix it with your tongue. That's not a joke. That's how I do it. That's how a lot of people do it. I am, in fact, a paintbrush licker. Okay, so these are all first layered. Then show. Hold on. I won't even do it with that one. I'll do it with one of the worst ones. I'm going to let that dry for a second. I'm going to prove a point here. Which one do you want me to do it to? The left or right one? The left one's not that bad. The right one... The left one, actually, I use for line work for whitewashing. I know this one's very bad. Alright, ready? I'm going to clean it off because I don't know the last time it's been used. Also, there's a sub alert, and this is a Citadel brush that's about 8 months old. It's not the best. And then again, it's an 8-month-old brush, and I used the piss out of it to base coat at one point. But that's significantly better. And honestly, I will say these ones aren't necessarily the best quality. The blue ones, the blue ones go back to form a lot better as well. It's beyond saving? Well, it's a basing brush, brother. I'm trying to find a pro acrylic one. You said this one had too much hooking? There's one bristle that goes out. Other than that, I can totally paint with this. Not only that, if you're sitting here doing this, say you sit there and do this all the time, you're going to create a flat spot. You know what you want to do? Because of that, you want to just turn your brush. I have a brush that is flat because of how I paint with it. And all you simply got to do is rotate your brush 90 degrees. Here it is. This one. Look. You see how flat that is? Turn it super thin. And I freehanded with that brush. I'm telling you, Lucky. And I'm not even sponsored by any of these people. I'm not saying I'm not open to a sponsorship, but I'm just not sponsored. Lucky, you must not be using your tongue right, brother. That one base painted a lot of ultramarines. Some world eaters. I think it base painted Angron. It base painted Angron, a repulsor, an artillery piece for Krieg. I mean, it did a lot of work. So, and I'm more down and totally fine with airbrushing my base color now on. Not only that, it gives me practice with airbrushing. So I can get practice with that because I'm not very good at airbrushing. Hence the reason why I airbrush these silver or lead belcher. Okay. Get this soup away from me. Dude, I hate this yellow. I hate this yellow, but this yellow does look really well after 2 hits. And plus, we're hitting this with Angerex Earthshade afterwards, so it's not gonna matter quite as much. Let me check something. Okay, we're fine. Right now, we're fine. I'm gonna try to get these last 2 finished, and I might rush it a little bit. And how much are Kowalski brushes? Ah! I dropped them. Brother, we speak in miles and American dollars here. I have no idea how much that is. Depending on brand and quality. I mean, I like pro acrylic. That's what I like. I knew that was going to be a quote. I almost said you need to use your tongue more and or you need practice with your tongue. You know, there is a quote that I don't remember. The same value as USD? No, they're not. Okay, it is. It is about the same. You were right. You were right. My thoughts were wrong. I had impure thoughts. I must flagellate myself for being incorrect on the internet. I mean, that's how some people are. It's fucking weird. Nah, bro, I'm wrong. That's fine. So $4. Still cheap. Cheaper than my brushes, that's for sure. But right now, I'm not using an expensive brush. This is like a dollar store brand. And the pro acrylic brushes are, if I remember right, they're $10 a pop, roughly, which is expensive for brushes. It's really as expensive as you need to go for brushes, in all honesty. The only reason why I would say I'm going to keep buying them, they last long. Again, I've had some of those brushes for 8 months. Because I went back to look to see when I ordered them, and I realized it was 8 months ago. And I wasn't as good about cleaning brushes out 8 months ago than I am now. So not only that, but they were able to hold up. But why the fuck am I giving these people free advertising? You know what? Pro Acrylic, sponsor me if you want me to talk your brushes this much. No more free advertising. Sponsor me for my 15 view stream. I don't think it's gonna happen. Give me free shit at least. Then I'll I'll sell out. I'll sell out for free paintbrushes and paint. Just checked how much that brush is actually worth. It's a bit cheaper. Ah. I mean, again, it really is. The brush, for me, I want to not have to buy brushes like to replace them. I don't want to buy replacement brushes. That's the biggest hassle. I just don't want to spend the money and or try a new brand and get like screwed over. The first brand I'm pretty sure everyone gets, they just go to Amazon and they get Golden Maple, or they use that starter brush from GW that is absolute dog water. I've thought of a funny commercial GW can do. Reach out to the guys at Goblin Hobbies. The stamping kits for tools. Your size that got some. I also have them. You mean? Oh fuck! They're falling. They're all falling down. They're all behind my computer. Here we go. Don't shine my own face. You're talking these. Yeah, I got them as well. Ah! I still am not great at using them, and that's why I've kind of just decided I'm gonna figure out freehanding. And then I'm going to figure out how to do those, because those would be very nice for vehicles and stuff as well. So yeah, no. They've commented on the channel before as well. When we did stuff. When we talked about it and stuff. Those guys are chill and cool. Their product's very frustrating, but I think it's just something on my end. Alright, man. Take care, brother. You know, I don't know where the whole brother thing came from. It's got to be from, like, the memes of Warhammer. Brother! Like, because I would never say that in my normal day life. I've started to now. Like, some random dude, I'll be like, excuse me, brother. And I'm just like, why the fuck? Why the fuck do I say this now? You motherfuckers! Have gotten me to the point where I'm so 40k mind washed that it's like, brother, I am pinned here. Male, female, no, it's just brother. 99% of the times I don't even call you by your name. A lot of times when I am focused and I see chat moved and I'll look at it for a second, it's always brother. Talking about something new, hell yeah, brother. No. Brother's better. Brother's much better. This is gonna probably be the hardest spot to do, is the half mask deal. The half hazy striped on the faceplate, which is, I might do this one first. Because I'm going to have to do his eye visor first. Alright, got one more pauldron to do. Oh, fuck. Did I touch that? No, I didn't. Why is there a giant spot of orange right here? One of my uncles is back. I'm pretty sure we don't have much to do, but I want to get... I want to get, I want to get these done. So, I mean, I'm not getting paid to do this right now, so... Well, they're not paying me to do this. And neither is anyone else right now. I know it. I know you guys are just saving, biding your time, waiting. Ah! Oh, I almost spilled all of my dirty water. That would have been a bad time. Treat me like a dreadnought? What are you talking about? Have you seen... You've seen the model? You know what they need to call me? I'm basically a skull. Man, how many people stopped by? 100 people almost stopped by for a random stream on a Friday, a random lunchtime stream on a Friday. So, like I said, we were only getting stuff ready, so no freehanding yet. We'll freehand later today. I'll set up the stream. I won't set up the stream yet because I don't know exactly what time I'll start, but I will probably eat something beforehand so I can just sit here and paint for 3-4 hours, and then yeah, my brain stopped working halfway through that sentence. So we need to go to wrong thing. There we go. Like I said, I'll hit you guys up with the rest of the stuff. And do not forget, tomorrow we are building Chat's TTS army. Be there, be square. You have 4 boxes of unassembled boxes of Warhammer. Got a notification that shop got ballistas. Shad's back in stock. I'm not gonna say no more Warhammer for you because I'm buying a Red Corsair box with my next paycheck. Because I've used the good chunk of tax money to just cover bills for like the next month. So I've pretty much got mostly disposable income. But I'll probably only buy that this month and the Night Lord stuff when it actually releases. The Combat Patrol, I mean. And then, what's the last part? The Iron Warrior stuff, and then obviously the 11th edition box, so. Alright, so I'll hit you guys with the outro, and then we'll see you guys later today. Alright, so wherever you are in the world, have a good day, evening, and or night, and I will see you all later for the actual freehand work that's going to be my downfall. So, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Don't call me cuz.